Hi everyone. Today we'll be starting with the new topic, chapter number 6, simple equation. Now, what is the meaning of the simple equation? Firstly, let's understand with this expression. Now, if I have written here 15 plus y equals to 30, this is an expression. 15 plus y is called as an expression. Okay. Now, if I have equated this expression, equated means I have kept equals to something. It can be any number, 0, 30, 15, any number. Then this complete expression will become an equation. Equation means that I am equating it. Equating means I am putting equals to some number, right? Now, this y, I am taking here y, any alphabet I am taking, x, y, z, a, b, any number I am taking, that is called as the variable. Now let's move to this example. We will be noticing what are variables, what is an equation, what is a constant, and what is a numerical coefficient. Now, this complete is an equation. Why equation? Because this has been equated to 0. This means equated to 0. And this is an expression. 4x plus 7 is an expression. Now, this x, I have explained you that this is called as the variable. Okay. Now, if any number is there which is having no variable along with it, then that is called as a constant. And 4, since this 4 is there along with the variable, then this is called as the coefficient. And since 4 is there, which is a number, so I am going to call it as numerical coefficient. If I am going to write 4xy, and I want to ask you what is the coefficient of y. Coefficient of y means except for the rest of the number, 4x. So the coefficient of y is going to be 4x. But if I'm going to ask you what is the numerical coefficient of y, numerical coefficient of this complete is going to be 4. Okay, so this is the difference between the coefficient and the numerical coefficient. Again, this complete is an equation because the expression is equated to 0. No variable is there, so that means this is a constant, and x is there, so we call it as a variable. Okay, now let's move to the exercise 6.1. In this we are going to make equations on the basis of the statements which are given to us. Question number 1, a part. 8 is added to a number gives 15. Now what is the meaning of this? You have to make an equation of this on the basis of this. 8 is added to a number. Any certain number is there which we don't know, and if we don't know that number, we are going to assume that number be x. Now in that x number, 8 is added. Okay, so this means x plus 8, right? X plus 8, I have written 8 plus x or x plus 8, the same thing. This is going to give me 15, gives 15. So that means 6 plus 8 is equals to 15. That 8 is added to a number which we don't know, we are going to assume by ourselves. Okay, so because you are assuming by yourself, so you have to write this line, let the number be x. Next, b part, a number subtracted from 12. Now see, when we have to subtract and when we have to write whatever is there after from, that we are going to write firstly. So I am going to write 12 firstly. What I have to subtract from 12? A number which we don't know, so I am going to assume it as x, let the number be x, and I have to subtract that number from 12. So after from whatever is there, I am going to write it firstly and then minus x, and what it is giving me? 5. So I am going to write 12x minus x is equals to 5. Now this ATQ means, here I am writing ATQ, that means according to the question. Okay, ATQ means according to question. Next, third part, 3 times a number. Now 3, I am going to write 3. Times means in maths multiply. In mathematics it means multiply. So 3 multiplied by a number. A number again we don't know, so that means I am going to take it as x. Why we are taking x? Why we are taking, you can take any other variable. It's just that because we don't know this number, so we are assuming this number by ourselves. Okay, so and what 3 times a number is giving me? 27. So that means 3 multiplied by x is equals to 27. Sum of, now we are going to add two numbers. Now which are two numbers? 4, I am going to add 4, and what I am going to add? Twice a number. Twice means 2 multiply. If I would have written here thrice, thrice means 3 multiply. 4 times means 4 multiply. Twice means 2 multiply. So twice a number, 2 multiplied by x is 16. So 4 plus 2x is equals to 16. This is your expression. Okay, simple equation basically means this is an equation, right? And simple equation means an equation with one variable has to be 1. If there is y, there has to be only one variable, no other variable has to be there. Next, question number 2. Now question number 2 is again statements are there, and now you have to write the again solutions. Ronnie's equations you have to write. Ronnie's father is 28 years older than Ronnie. Okay, first of all I am going to see the first line here. Ronnie's father is 28 years older than Ronnie. Do you know the age of Ronnie? No, we don't know, right? And the next line is their combined age is 46 years. That means if I am going to add the ages of Ronnie's father and Ronnie's age, it will give me 46. Write an expression to find Ronnie's age. They are not asking you to find Ronnie's age, they are asking you to write the expression. Now let's move to the solution. In the first line only I am going to see Ronnie's father is 28 years older than Ronnie. Like, we don't know what is the age of Ronnie, so Ronnie's age be x. And if Ronnie is of x age, the father's age is 28 years plus. Older means that he is greater means plus, right? So that means if he is of x years, then the father is plus 28. And if I'm going to combine their ages, x and x plus 28, x means Ronnie's age, x plus 28 means the age of Ronnie's fathers, right? So when I'm going to combine them, what it is going to give me 46. Now what is x plus x? 2x plus 28 is equals to 46, and this is your answer. This is an expression. Had they would asked you to solve it, you would have solved it, okay? But they have just asked you the expression, so this is your answer. Again I am saying ATQ means according to the question. Next, B part. Anita has 240 rupees to buy a bicycle tube that costs rupees 300. Now there is a bicycle, and in the bicycle tires we are always putting the tube. Now the cost of that tube is 300 rupees. She is having 240 rupees. Okay, so how much more she is going to buy, so that how much more she needs so that she can get a total of 300 rupees, and then she can buy that. So what is, you have to find this, and if you have to find this, that means this is going to be x. So let the more money required, how much more money she is required, we don't know, so we are going to assume it as x. Now 240 she is already having, and this x is the amount which is required, and if these are combined, then this is going to be 300. Okay, so this was your B part. Let's move to C part. Pranati bought a bag of marbles. Okay, she gave 63 marbles to her friend, and 31 marbles were left in the bag. Now in the bag, write an equation that tells how many marbles were there in the bag. Okay, now this is a bag. Okay, so there are left 31 marbles, 31 are left, and since 63 marbles were already there, she took out 63 marbles and she gave it to her friend. So in total, how many marbles were there in the bag? You have to give the expression. Obviously 63 plus 31, 63 plus 31 is going to give you the total marbles in the bag. Okay, so this means you have to find this x. Let the total marbles be x. So according to question, 63 plus 31 is equals to x. If you will be able to find it, the 94 is the answer. Okay, but they are asking only the expression, so this is the answer. Now let's move to question number 3. Now you have to, in this you have to convert the equation into statement. Now see how. 3n plus 6 is equals to 120. 6 is added. Now I have added this 6 to what? 3 times a number. 3, because 3n is there. 3n plus 6 is equals to 120. So how I am going to write this 6 I have added. 6 is added to what? This 3n means 3 is multiplied with n, and 3 multiply means I have told you thrice, right? Or you can write 6 is added to 3 times a number. Why a number? Because we don't know the value of this n. So 6 is added to 3 times a number, which gives 120, because equals to is there, and after solving this it will give me 120. So that's how you are going to frame the equations. Let's move to the next. 4x minus 5 is equals to 15. Now this 5 is subtracted from what? See, whatever is after from, that we are going to write firstly. That's why I have written here 5 subtracted from. 4x means 4 times a number. 4x means 4 is multiplied by x. So this means 4 times a number which we don't know. So 4 times a number, and this will give me 15. Next, how you are going to write? Just the way you are reading it, write it. 4x means 4 times a number divided by 9 gives 16. That's how I'm writing it. 4 times a number when divided by 9 gives 16. Just read it and write it that way. Now this is the trial and error method. This method we have already done in the 6th grade. So for this I'm going to do first part, and one more part I'll be doing it for you, first and the third part. The rest 2 parts you're going to do by yourself. Now what you're going to do in this is, I'm just going to make you revise. You're going to make a table like this. Okay, minimum you have to solve for 4 values. Minimum 4 values at least you have to solve. Now I'm going to make the table. In the first I'm going to place x. In the center I'm going to write this equation, x plus 1 is equals to 10, and here tick or cross. Now what is the meaning of this? Let's understand here. If I am going to place the value of x1, here I am putting 1. That means I am going to, in this equation I am going to place the value of x as 1. What is 1 plus 1? 2. Now this is not going to give me 10. This is not equals to 10. So that means this is wrong. That means the number which I have put, that is the value 1 is equals to x, which I have taken, is wrong. Next, 3. Now this value of x I have taken 3. I am going to place this value 3 in this equation. What is 3 plus 1? 4. Not equals to 10, obviously. So answer is wrong. That means if I have taken the value x as 3, this will not give me the answer. Similarly, 5, 7, 8 and then 9. If I am going to take 9, place the value of x as 9. 9 plus 1 is going to give me 10, and which is equals to 10. Yes, it is correct. So this is correct. So therefore the value of x is going to be 9. So this is your trial and error method. You are trying, error is coming, but still you are trying, and then you are going to get the answer. Right? Now B part, try it by yourself, or I will be explaining you the B part in this because negative answers are there. Take 1, 3, 5, whatever numbers you are going to take, and 1 minus 6 will give you minus 5. Because with the bigger number negative sign is there, so you are going to place here minus 5, and minus 5 is not equals to 4. Similarly, you can take 2, you can take 4, any number you can take here. Then 3, instead of B I am going to take 3. What is 3 minus 6? Minus 3. Is it giving me 4? No, so wrong. Keep on going on like this, and then 10. If I am going to put the value of B as 10, 10 minus 6 is going to give me 4, which is equals to 4. Yes, correct. So that means the value of B is going to be 10. Okay, so this was your B part, A part and B part. Now next, C part. 7q is equals to 49. Now in this what you are going to do, 7q means 7 is multiplied by q. Okay, so let me solve this for you here. 49 q, 7q is equals to 49, and then you have to make a table like this. What I am going to do here is I am going to place the value of q one by one. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. I am taking these values. Now 7 into q. What is the value of q? 1. What is 7 ones are? 7. Now this is not giving me 49, so cross. Next, 7 twos are, that means I am going to take now the value of q as 2. 7 twos are 14. Not equals to 49, cross. Next, 7 threes are 21, not equals to 49, cross. 7 fives are, now I am placing the value of q as 5. 7 fives are 35, not equals to 49, so cross. 7 sevens are 49. So yes, this is giving me the value 49. Therefore value of q is equals to 7. Please make sure that you are writing like this in the end, that this is the value you are putting. Okay, sometimes students are doing what is, they are just keeping it till here and they are not writing the exact value. Fine. So this was, now in this D part you can do by yourself, and this was your exercise 6.1. Now let's move to 6.2. This is another method of balancing. This is the very easy method. Again, this you have done in the 6th grade. Solve by the method of balancing. Balancing means whatever you are adding at one side or to the left side, you have to add the same number to the right side. If you are subtracting a number to the left side, you have to subtract the same number on the right side. See the first question. Now this is the method of balancing. X plus 6 is equals to 12. Now I want x, two things I want. Firstly, this variable has to be positive. This variable is already positive, okay. Second thing is I want it alone at one side, but this is not alone. So to make it alone, what I am going to do is I am going to take 6 is there, so I am going to take minus 6, because I know when two numbers are same given and one is of plus, the other is of minus, then answer will come 0 because they will be cancelled. So what I am going to do here is I am going to subtract 6 on both sides, and you have to write this line that in the next step you are going to subtract 6 both the sides. X plus 6 minus 6 is equals to 12 minus 6. Now 6 and 6 cancelled, so this will become x is equals to 6, and this is your answer. You have to find the value of x, and which is coming 6. Now in this chapter, in this exercise actually, what you have to do here is, if plus 6 is there, to cancel it completely you will take minus 6. If minus 6 is there, to cancel it you are going to take plus 6. If 6 is in multiply, then take 6 in divide so that they can be cancelled. If 6 is in divide, then take in multiply so that they can be cancelled. Okay, now we'll be doing the questions, then you are going to understand. These two first ones you must be able to understand in the first question only, because here plus 6 was there, so you have taken minus 6 and they were cancelled. Now let's move to the second part. You can try by yourself, because instead of x only h is changed, otherwise question is almost same. Now then let's move to the third part. The third part is 2m minus 5 is equals to 12. Now in this again I want this variable m to be positive and the second thing to be alone. Now this is positive but this is not alone, so I have to make it alone. How? First of all, this minus 5 I have to remove. Minus 5 is there, so what I am going to do? Plus 5. So I am going to add 5 on both sides. The same number you are going to take but with the different sign. 2m minus 5 plus 5 equals to 12 plus 5. I have added 5 because in the question I was having the minus 5. Now minus 5 and plus 5 cancelled. What came? 2m is equals to 17. But now again this is not alone. 2m means 2 is in multiply with m, and if it is in multiply with m and I have to make it alone, I am going to divide this by 2 both sides. Why? Because 2 and 2 will then get cancelled. Here I am going to write divide both sides by 2. So 2m upon 2 equals to 17 upon 2. 2 and 2 cancelled, so the value of m is equals to 17 upon 2, and this is your answer. Okay, so this was your third part. Now in the fourth part, 13 minus y is equals to 21. What you are going to do here is, first of all it has to be positive, and the second it has to be alone, and here it is not positive and it is not alone. So firstly I can see that 13 is in plus. I am going to remove 13 from here. Subtract 13 both sides. You are going to write this line everywhere. Whatever you are doing, you have to write these lines. Now 13 minus y minus 13 is equals to 21 minus 13. 13 and 13 cancelled. Minus y is equals to 18. Okay, now I have to make it 21. It will be 8. Now because this is of minus sign has to be changed to positive, right? So what I am going to do, I am going to divide both sides by minus 1. Why by minus 1? Let's see. Divide by minus 1 both sides. Minus y upon minus 1 equals to 8 upon minus 1. Now here is the concept. What is minus minus? Plus. So this will become plus y, and this will become minus 8, and this is your answer. So this was the part which was to be explained in this question. That's why I have done this part. Okay, see the video, rewind the video if you have not able to understand this. Okay, and then clear it. Now next concept, question number 5. In question number 5, now this 3 is in divide and I have to take x alone. So what I will do, I will multiply by 3 both sides so that I can cancel 3 here. I have multiplied 3 both sides so that I can cancel 3. So this will become x is equals to 45. Okay, now the sixth part, let's do sixth part. In this sixth part, 6x upon 5 is equals to 18. Now here x is not alone. So what I'm going to do, firstly I'm going to one by one I'm going to remove 5, then I'm going to remove 6. 5 is in divide, so I'm going to multiply by 5 both sides. You are going to write multiply by 5 both sides. It's not compulsory you have to multiply by 5 firstly, you can divide by 6 also firstly. Now 6x upon 5 multiply by 5 equals to 18 into 5. Done. Now 5 and 5 cancelled. This will be 6x is equals to 18 into 5. It can be 90, you can write 90. 6x is equals to 90. Now 6 is in multiply. So what I'm going to do, both sides divide by 6. Divide by 6 both sides. So this will become 6x upon 6 is equals to 90 upon 6. 6 and 6 cancelled. And 6 ones are 6 15s are. So answer of x is going to be 15. So the only concept here we are going to use is, if it is in multiply, divide it. If it is in divide, multiply it. Cancel it. Keep x alone. That is the only motive till the end. So this is the method of balancing. D part you will try by yourself. You have to firstly, plus 5 is there. Do firstly minus 5 both sides. You will be getting 7d is equals to 35. Now 7d means that 7 is in multiply with d. So to remove this 7, I am going to divide by 7 both the sides. 7 cancelled. Answer will be 5. Try this question by yourself. Similarly, 8th part also, 9th part also, you can try it by yourself. I am going to do 11th part now. 10th part also you can try by yourself, because all these concepts are the same. 8th, 9th and 10th, so they all are the same. Okay. Now let's move to the 11th. Now in 11th, again same concept is there, but I have to make you explain, so I am explaining you. If minus 3 is there, so to cancel this minus 3, I am going to add 3 both sides. So I am going to write add 3 both sides. So this will become 2p minus 3 plus 3 is equals to 6 plus 3. 3 cancelled. 2p is equals to 9. Now 2 is in multiply with p, so I am going to divide 2 both sides. This is going to give me 2p upon 2 equals to 9 upon 2. 2 and 2 cancelled. So the value of p will come 9 upon 2. Keep it in fraction. No worries. You can keep it in fractions. So this was your 11th part. Okay. You can see the solution of 11th one. Now the last part of this. 12th is 7 minus 8g is equals to 14. Now what you are going to do here is, 7 is in plus, so firstly I am going to erase 7 from here by subtracting 7 both sides. So you are going to write subtract 7 both sides. This will be 7 minus 8g minus 7 equals to 14 minus 7. Plus 7 minus 7 cancelled. Minus 8g is equals to 7. Now this minus 8 is in multiply with g. I want g only, so divide both sides by, divide minus 8 on both sides, because minus 8 is in multiply. So this will become minus 8g upon minus 8 equals to 7 upon minus 8. Minus 8 and minus 8 cancelled. So the answer of g will be minus 7 upon 8. So this was your 12th part. With this you are going to complete this exercise 6.2 and 6.1 in the notebook. Thank you.